Okay, y'all, welcome back to Adventures in Trucking. We are getting back on the road. This is our first little piece of load getting out of town here. We are in, I think, Thomaston, Georgia. Yeah, we're in Thomaston, Georgia, about an hour away from where we live at. And this will be going down to St. Petersburg, Florida. It's just a single golf cart. We had something else going with it. That didn't work out. And ironically or strangely enough, we just called on 3 or 4 other loads and nobody's answering the phone on the other loads that are going the way we need to go. So at this point, I'm not going to just sit here and burn up time. We're going to hit the road. It'll take us, an hour to get back to the interstate. So we'll see what we see, headed our way as we get back out onto the big road. So yeah, man, we've been off the road for a while. You guys have been following along will know that we had an accident, and so that had us off the road with getting body work done to Tia. But it's the beginning of getting back onto the road and getting back to work. So glad to be getting back to work. Glad to have Tia straightened out. We glad to be riding good weather. So we headed to Florida, which we already got a return load coming out of Florida. So at least that's the good news. You know that Florida freight is not great, but we already. That's why we took this because we already had one in Florida coming back this way from a direct shipper. So trying to get them direct shippers up. We'll see what we got. We'll check back with you guys later on in the day.
Yeah. Just gonna come straight ahead, yeah. You're not touching on the chain or nothing like that. See that? Oh shit, we didn't chuckle this. Yeah, go this way a little bit. That's good, yeah, just like that. Straighten out. Yeah, there you go. Actually, let me get a little more. Keep on going. Straighten out.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. We are in South Carolina. We got our load onto the trailer. So for us, this is the first time that since we've had the step deck trailer, we've had any kind of wheeled freight on the top deck with the wheels on the top deck. Um, we have had lifts on here before where we've maybe set the basket up here or cranes and we set the boom up there, or we've had a couple pallets here and there. But this is the first time we've actually hauled anything on the ramps and on the top deck. Like if you look at this, it looks like honestly probably 2/3 of it is over the top deck of the trailer. Man, Tia did a great job. We have a little bit of not over height, like maximum height, but a little bit over the cab height. But honestly, with the truck being shaped, with the windshield of the truck, the F-150 being shaped the way that it is, not a real big wind resistance drag. Um, Ford F-150 crew on the front, Chevrolet Silverado crew on the back. We were supposed to have a Mini X in here, ASV 30, I think it was. Not an X, but a mini skid steer. We got to the auction. It didn't run. They were supposed to be finding somebody to forklift it onto the trailer for us. 2 hours later, they still hadn't have it on here. So we just decided we was going to drop that and leave because we've been to these auctions before. That's how it is. So anyhow, we're in South Carolina right now. All three of those pieces, including that mini skid steer, would have come to South Carolina. So it's 3 pickups and 3 drops. But in actuality, now it's obviously just 2 pickups, no pun intended, and 2 drops. So we'll get these off today, see what we can find here in South Carolina, getting us back home for the weekend, and then we'll make our way. I'll see if I can get Tia washed up. We got her back from the body shop, of course, so definitely need to get her cleaned up, get them wheels shining, get them tires shining. Double check my weather, make sure it's going to be good weather, and then we'll make our way home. Wanted to share something with you guys that we're using. Hot Shot Shorty bought these for me for Father's Day. We actually did use them yesterday, and we've used them once or twice since he bought them for me, even though it's still a little early when he gave them to me. So these are headsets, much like the ones we wear, or the ones that I wear and a lot of truck drivers wear, like this. This is Blue Parrot. This is the one I always wear. I've had two of them. The first one, I'm telling you, it still works. I just went to the full over the ear style as opposed to the small on the ear. So this is my Blue Parrot. I think this is the BXT 500, 550. So, this is a little bit bigger than the one that I had, but the one that I had still works, and I've had it honestly 12 plus years. Had it before I went to Afghanistan. It still works since I've been back from Afghanistan. Uh, but it is not the same as this. So the difference between the two is these work kind of like walkie-talkies. So this is the one that Hot Shot Shorty bought for me. It's a single ear, just like the one I wear for my cell phone. It fits over one ear, um, like so. And then he bought this style for himself, which is two, and he prefers this one just because he says it reminds him of his gaming headset. He wears, double ear headset when he's gaming. So this is the one that he bought for himself. You can option up your kit in single ear, double ear. Uh, I think you can do over the ear or on the ear, smaller ones. One of the cool features about these is that when your microphone is down like this, you can speak to one another just like a walkie-talkie, except you don't have to key any kind of button. Everything's totally hands-free. The other advantage to these is that, like I said, they work just like a headset or a Bluetooth headset for your cell phone, except it doesn't require any cellular service. So where these come in really handy for us, and we actually had these loaned to us when we were hauling, I think it was a dump truck out of Ohio, and the dump truck didn't run. It was another auction piece. But it was anyhow, it was for a private hauler of ours, a private customer of ours, and we had to use a record company to set the dump truck on the trailer. They lifted the whole dump truck up, first the front, we backed on the front, then they slung it by the back, they picked up the back, and then we continued to back under the whole thing. But there were four of us on this operation, me and Hot Shot Shorty, another father and son team on the rotator. So each one of us had one of these headsets on. Somebody on the wrecker, Hot Shot Shorty and the other guy's son were on the ground, and of course I was back in the truck. So everybody could talk to one another. You don't have to yell. You don't have to wonder where such and such at. Can I see him? Can I not see him? Am I going left? Am I going right? You don't have to do any of that. So we were all able to just talk in a normal voice. It went flawless. And that was our first time seeing them. We really liked them. It's may not think, but it's like a big safety thing. We can even go, because we have three of these headsets, so we can go to a place. Me and Hot Shot can both have one. Give one to the operator on the forklift, and we can be talking to him as he's trying to load the trailer. Because he's want to know, hey, do you want me to push it in further to get it on the center of the trailer? You want to go left? You want to go right? Do you want to go forward? Do you want to go backwards? All of that information, we can just calmly talk to the driver on the forklift and not be yelling, not be raising our voice, not be, oh, I didn't hear you. There's none of that. So this is a pretty cool setup. So this is the one that Hot Shot Shorty wears. There's another single ear in here because we did get three, so we can give one to the forklift operator like we talked about. And then it comes with, I think he bought the extra batteries to go with it, and it also comes with set of wipes like that, so you can wipe off the headset. If it's a sweat, if you're sweating, it's a hot day or whatever, you're sweating, you can wipe your headset off. You're passing the third one to a different person, you can go ahead and wipe it off, keep it clean. So again, Eartech is the brand. We are not sponsored by them. We Hot Shot Shorty bought this with his own money and gifted it to me for a Father's Day gift. Comes in his own case like this right here. So headsets on this side over here. There's also batteries and chargers that go in here. So there's a charger. I'll pull that out for you in a second and show you what the charger looks like. I think right now we only have one set of batteries, so we have three batteries, but our charger will actually charge 10 batteries at once. So we'll eventually go back and get another set of batteries. What are they, 20 bucks a battery, James? 20 bucks for a battery. So we'll go back and get a second set of batteries so you can be using one and charging the other. that's how I run my stuff anyway. When I have rechargeable items, I have one battery that you charge and the other battery that you're actually operating off of. So we use these headsets in conjunction with loading these trucks. They do have a quarter of a mile range. We tested that yesterday. He was inside the um, dealership when we were picking up these trucks, and other than being in the dealership in the bathroom, as long as he was near the outside edge of the building, a window or something like that, they worked. And that quarter mile is good. As we were also at an auction picking up the other truck, and he was clear across the lot, with one vehicle, with the vehicle, and I was still at the trailer. So just to be able to talk back and forth to one another, it just goes really smooth. I love it. um, we were able to drive our first truck up onto the ramp, and you'll see in the video, he was standing at the front of the trailer, but I didn't necessarily have to be hanging out the window to hear him. He's able to talk to me through the headset. He's able to talk to me with hand signals as well. But man, I would just say, if you guys are any team drivers out there, or even if not a team driver, you just want to get a set of two and give one to your forklift operator. Y'all already know I don't like people bumping the rails on my trailer, so I can definitely be talking to the forklift operator, and as he's loading the trailer, just remind him, hey, be gentle, don't bump the trailer. So man, look into the Eartech headsets. There's all kind of configurations. I'll be back in a second. I'll show you guys the charger and the batteries for it, so you can see what that looks like. So this is just the charger. So what this one is 10 bay charging bay. And so as I said, we have 3 batteries for the 3 headsets that we have, but it will charge 10 batteries at one time. It charges them all at the same time, not sequentially. And then we're going to end up grabbing 3 more of these, so we can, have a set in the headsets, and then we'll have another set that will be fully charged. Because actually, throughout the course of the day yesterday, we ended up using these up, and we didn't have any other batteries to go to. So like I said, they're about 20 bucks a battery, $22 I think it is. We'll grab another set just to go with it and charge all 10 at one time. These lights light up red when the batteries are being charged, and when the battery is fully charged, it will turn green to let you know it's fully charged. So man, we love them. Check them out if you're looking to maybe increase your safety factor in your working area, your work day. Look into them. Eartech, we're enjoying them so far. Okay, man, we're coming to you guys just to give you a little update. To close out the week, we weren't able to film because we picked up on a military installation, but what it was 2 15-passenger vans. They were just the Ford Transit vans, 15 packs. So we picked those up on the military installation, got those onto the trailer. Those were up in South Carolina. We got those on the truck real quick. Yeah, so the front wheels, you'll probably see in the video, the front wheels were on the top deck. The back wheels of the first van were on the ramp. And then, of course, the second van was back here on the lower deck. So plenty of room because there's only 2 of them. But we were not able to film the unload process either because we literally came in there on 3 wheels, man. We had like 4 minutes to spare to get in the door with these things before they closed up for the weekend. So we had to hurry up and get them off and get out of there, or else I would have had to drive an hour home and turn around, drive an hour back to bring the vehicles back on. Actually, they did take a Saturday delivery, but I wasn't trying to do that. So we just didn't take any time to film that, but it's 2 vans on, 2 vans off, and that's just to summarize the week for the week.